Okay, so in the midst of my quest for this perfect Superman, if you follow a lot of action figure people on Instagram, you start to see a lot of people offering third-party goods. And there's a lot of people selling suits, like these cloth suits for your action figures. Prices vary. Some people are charging upwards of over $100 for their stuff. Other people, not so much. And then other people in between. So, believe it or not, all four of these Supermen and adjacent Supermen are made on Marvel Legends bodies with these third-party suits. So all four of these suits I got from a guy called C. Ford Charles. He's on Instagram. He also has a eBay site. If you've looked around for custom stuff, you probably know about him. And he was advertising these suits, and he's had all these different varieties. He had posts on Instagram for it, and then eBay shop opened up. I went ahead and picked up four of them. I knew I wanted a classic Superman. He had the Justice Lord Superman suit. He had Ultraman, and then he also had Bizarro. He has probably 5 or 6 other variants of Superman type suits as well, and amongst other suits like Flash and other things too. But you know, getting the suit and the cape and everything, that's one thing, which he offers excellent materials for very, very competitive prices. But you also need a body. So yeah, I had this 3-0. I want to say this is a 3-0 body that I was making into a custom martial artist. But I was trying to decide what I was going to use for these suits because I needed some bodies. I was going to go buy some more of these guys. And then I decided that I would look around, see what I had. And I remembered that I had a bunch of blank bodies just all around. All of my old Marvel Legends, ones that I bought in waves and things that I didn't really love or want, but had to get them to do a Build-A-Figure or whatever. They're just laying around. And as we know, Marvel Legends makes some of the best 1/12 bodies out there. So I started experimenting, looking at different sizes, looking at different figures, seeing who I could kit bash together to make a decent Superman build for these suits. And I also found this gem because when you try to do one of these, not only do you need a body and the suit and such, but you also maybe need boots, because the boots that the figure that you have may not look like how you want them to. Well, I stumbled upon Mr. Black Tom here and his very, very Superman-ish boots. So when you're looking at stuff like this, you have to figure out, okay, these look like maybe what I want to use, but do they fit on the figure I'm using? And lo and behold, these did on the figure that I wanted to use. So I ended up using the Thunderbird from the Storm and Thunderbird 2-pack for, let's see, these two guys. And then for this guy, I want to say that's the Punisher body? Maybe. It might be the regular retro Punisher body. And then this one is a Captain America body. So let's have a look at these guys. We'll start with the Justice Lord Superman. So this one, like, I'm pretty sure this is the Punisher mold. It might not have been Punisher. Actually, I think this was Wonder Man. So I think that's the same mold though. This head is from McFarlane. This is from the Superman that was dressed like a barbarian, I want to say. So he makes an excellent Justice Lord or Lord Superman from the comic books. He was the Justice Lord Superman in Justice League cartoon. So very well done suit. It is a little tight in the arms. He can't put his arms all the way down, but it fits him very nicely. You can see all his muscles popping out through the cloth. And then that striking white cape and such just looks really good when you have him all set up. And if you're not familiar with the Justice Lord Superman, check it out. Actually, Justice League is on Netflix right now. You can actually watch it if you got Netflix. The cartoon, I mean. The rest of him, I made with some straps of material that I had gotten from the fabric store and then some white foam. So there's Lord Superman. And he is a little bit smaller than these other Supermen as far as height goes. Then let's look at Bizarro. So Bizarro here, this is a Captain America body, and I forget where I got these hands. They were in my fodder bin, and I don't know who they belong to, but they look kind of misshapen and big and clunky, so I was like, that's perfect for Bizarro. This head, believe it or not, is the old Bruce Wayne head from Mezco for the Batman Supreme Knight, and I just painted the skin a little off-color gray, made it look messy a little bit, made it look like it was flaking away, painted the hair black, and there is Bizarro. Now, this suit is one of the C4 Charles suits. This belt, I forget, that's a Marvel Legends belt, but I forget where I got it from. I forget who that was. And then this cape is actually just regular fabric from the fabric store. I have a Bizarro cape, but it was too perfect looking, so I didn't want to use it, at least not yet. His cape should look like crap, and that's how it's supposed to. So there is Bizarro. All right, so let's round out these comparisons and looks, and we'll start with Ultraman here. So this is on the Thunderbird body with the C4 Charles suit and cape. These gauntlets, I believe I got from, those are actually from Thunderbird, yeah. This belt was from an X-Men character, I forget which one. Might have been the Age of Apocalypse Cyclops, maybe? Sanded off the X or put a little thing over it, put some Mod Podge there, painted it red. You got the cape here. This is also from C4 Charles, has that kind of silhouette of the U. This head is from a NECA Flash Gordon. So I believe, did I have to Dremel out that head to fit? I might have had to Dremel out that head. And then I painted the top part of him flesh colored so that it sort of matches. It's pretty close. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. And then here's those aforementioned boots, those Black Tom boots. And when you attach these, and they actually port right onto the Thunderbird body, which is, serendipitous. When you port these on, it actually makes him a little bit taller than he would have been with his regular lower legs. So this makes your Superman character a pretty big and beefy guy. Like this body for Superman makes him really like Superman. Like when I compare him to other figures, he's towering big. Like not so big that he looks ridiculous, but he's big. And then my actual Superman. So again, same body. This is the Thunderbird body, and painted the flesh tone at the top, and I'll put some pictures up here of my in progress of this so you can kind of see what I did. This Superman head is a Wonder Man head from Marvel Legends that I was using for a custom Superman that I had made a while ago. I actually used it in a stop motion, and honestly, it was Bizarro's body on that Superman, that custom Superman from that video. And so I still had those heads, so I kind of matched the skin tones, painted that for the torso, got that body on, or that suit on the body. This belt, which is perfect for a Superman, is from Thor, Marvel Legends Thor. I sanded the T off, smoothed it out, and then just painted the lines for like the belt loops. Those trunks are from C Ford. And again, we got the Black Tom boots that are excellent for Superman. I know they're not exactly how Superman's boots look, but they're very, very close, and close enough that you can get away with that. So here is, my custom Superman using the C4 Charles body, and I'm very, very happy with how he turned out as far as his size, as far as his look. And it's closer and closer to my perfect version of Superman. Okay, so starting off with the third-party stuff, we have the BMS Return of the King 112 Collective action figure, basically Kingdom Come Superman. So this thing came out of nowhere. This isn't something, it's not an official release, so it's not like we got a bunch of advertising for it. It kind of just popped up, and it is spectacular. It is one of the best Superman action figures that you can get right now. It's not the classic look, which for some people that makes it a deal breaker or a disappointment or just a I wish, but for what it is a great Superman figure. It's so well done. Like, the emblem is soft enough that it bends with him, but rigid enough that it doesn't wrinkle in the suit because it's not like part of the suit. The cape is done immaculately. Like, look at how that lays down on him. It's not wired, which some people love a wired cape, and I do too. I like wired capes as well, but sometimes when a cape just drapes how it's supposed to naturally, it trumps the wiring. Look at the silhouette. Look at his proportions and his muscles under this cloth suit. Like, it fits him like a glove. Those boots. This is an excellent figure. Like, I was shocked when I got it. I was like, how is this a third-party figure? So there's the Return of the King Superman from BMS Toys. Just a great release. There's really nothing else to really say about it. And it's done on one of those 1/12 blank bodies that are available now that a lot of people have used for customs. There's a lot of talk about which one of those bodies is the best to use for customs. There's a ton of them out there. There's the 3-0 body. There's the NW Toys. There's I forget what that other one is called. The one with the guys that have the bigger upper torso and then smaller legs. I have one of those. All right, so just a real quick wrap up here. As far as my collection of Superman, which one's the best one? Well, it's probably between these three if you're looking at soft goods. The Mezco one, the face sculpts are awesome. The body is okay. The suit is decent to good, depending on if, like with my adjustments. My custom one, I'm really starting to fall in love with, to be perfectly honest. It's nearly perfect. This BMS one is still super awesome, and I love this figure. It just isn't the classic one, so that takes it down a peg or two. I don't know, it's as far as not soft goods, the Mafex one that's back there, that's head and shoulders above any other one that I would have that is not soft goods. Do I have the perfect Superman yet? I'm not yet. I do actually have a custom head coming that I'm going to try on him. And it's a very well done custom head. So that may make him more near perfect. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's do a little bit of size comparisons and then I'll get you guys out of here. Okay, so here we have Captain America, the Ultimate Captain America with the custom Superman. Remember that this one's on a Marvel Legends body, so it's going to fit more with these size of figures. And then this third-party Superman is still fitting pretty good with them. If you know anything about Mezcos, the Mezcos don't really scale with Marvel Legends size bodies. Like that Superman next to that Captain America doesn't look right. He's too small. So there's that. Okay, so I am not a huge McFarlane guy as far as his DC offerings, but his bigger figures and monster type figures fit perfectly with your existing characters because they're supposed to be huge. So let me get this big dude in here and see if he'll stand up without knocking everyone over. Alright, so there's the recently released Calabac. And yes, he is massive. Even if you had a 7-inch figure next to him, he's still massive. So that works. A big hulking dude that Superman can throw around, even though it looks like he shouldn't be able to. So there's that. We got the Mezco Darkseid, which came out a long time ago. This figure is a freaking brick, but he looks great. And I like that he looks like the classic Darkseid from yesteryear. Still big, not as big as Calabac, but still big compared to even these custom Superman. And we got your custom Superman here with some army figures or some military figures. These are the Valaverse figures. And this is good. This is what, you're looking for as far as cross-pollinating. Because you might want to have a scene or a picture or something with your Superman or your Superman going up against some regular military dudes with, advanced hardware. That works. Some more comparisons here. We have a Hand Ninja and Serpentor from G.I. Joe Classified, and he is still bigger than everybody else. Sheesh. Okay, and then to finish up here, we will look at another set of figures from some other lines. Here you have a Mythic Legions Barbarian Champion dude, kit bashed, and then you have a Fight for Combatants Gladiatrix, or a female gladiator. Wonder would she make a really good custom Wonder Woman? That's a nice size as far as a Wonder Woman for these guys. And then you have, this is King Grayskull body. Has been customized into my Barbarian Warrior King. One more important comparison that I forgot. Here is a Mezco Sovereign Knight Batman. If you're thinking about maybe doing this for your Superman or something similar, and maybe you want to use it with your Batman. They are, Superman's quite a bit, well, not quite a bit. He's noticeably taller than Batman. Canon-wise, Superman is taller than Batman, but only by an inch or two. So, depending on how you want to fudge it, use it, especially in pictures and such, you could definitely get away with that. It's not that big of a difference that it looks ridiculous. And because the Mezco guys are thicker, he fits size-wise as far as like girth and things like that. It's just slightly taller to the point where you can notice it. Depending on what you're doing with it, you can disguise it. Okay, so final thoughts here. Do I have the perfect Superman yet? No, I do not. I'm very close though. And, depends. There'll be other figures that come out. There'll be other, renditions of Superman. Maybe even Mezco will go back to the well and go make good on some of the mistakes or missteps that they did with this one. Maybe this company will come out with one with the classic colors. If it's in this form with the classic colors, it's going to be the best Superman that you can buy. You can go the custom route and come up with a very nice Superman. So there's all different ways. There's more than one way to peel a banana and get yourself the Superman that you're happy with. So let me know what you think about this here. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.